The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18 plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
John, now we have Brigadier General Blaine Holt.
A lot of things going on.
Boy, is there a lot. General Holt, let's first start with Iran, because President Trump coming out and saying the blockade's working, we're squeezing them. And then there's discussions, and in fact, he might even be in the meeting right now. He was meeting with his Secretary of War and also with CENTCOM, and they're talking about maybe do they keep with the blockade or do they add maybe a wave of airstrikes at the same time, like a combination? What do you think's the right move?
Well, it's great to be with you all. I think we're going to go back to military operations here very, very soon, if not tonight. And the reason I believe that is not so much because of what President Trump is saying, but more about what the foreign minister Ragachi is saying. He made a statement today.
And by the way, Blaine, before you go further, I want to go back to what you just said at the top there.
Breaking news, WABC.
You were saying, that it could be as early as tonight, that we could see some military action against Iran?
Could be any time now. And the reason is because Foreign Minister Ragachi, he made a statement today saying the blockade is an act of war. That means he's acknowledging its effectiveness. And he is saying that they will treat it as a declaration of war and that they plan to attack the United States Navy. And so I can tell you this president won't countenance that well. And so it's probable that
did he buy any life insurance?
Yeah, they're not really going to sell him any at this point. So whatever he's got, that's the rider he's going to have to stick with.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like the shortest. But it's interesting you say that because I saw some of the rhetoric coming from, quote, the supreme leader. I put it in quotes because we don't even know if he's alive. And their rhetoric was like really ratcheting up. He made a comment like the only place the U.S. Navy should be near the Persian Gulf is at the bottom of the ocean.
When you corner a badger and they've got nowhere to go, that badger's coming right back at you. And that's where they find themselves now. Why is that? Well, it's because those wells have no place to send their oil right now. And there's not enough train cars in this world to truck the oil to China via train. So this is the crisis that they face. The president has put them in checkmate and they've got nowhere to go. So militarily, yes, I think we're going to see military strikes on the IRGC positions, stoking a resistance movement amongst the Iranian people. And at some point in the process, we really do have to preserve and save those oil fields. And so I think we're probably likely to see a securing of Karg Island and then having tankers come up and alleviate those storage facilities of that oil.
Yeah. Wow. That's a big deal. So you think that Karg Island, because that's obviously a huge percentage of their exports.
It is, but there's no other place to put the oil. They're now storing the oil in derelict tanks that the oil won't be good anymore, but they're just trying to get the oil continual flow. Here's the problem. A lot of people don't understand that if those wells actually do back up, you will do decades worth of damage to those fields and you will remove the Iranian people's future economy. And so we don't want to decimate or destroy the Iranian people. They'll be in civil war forever and there'll be a problem. What we want to do is preserve those oil fields. Even the regime agrees with that because that's their only way out of this thing if there was to be one, although they know it's the end.
Yeah,
and so those are the big muscle movement parts. And then they need to put some sort of military medal on Scott Bessent's chest because what that man has done financially is nothing short of a miracle. He is stabilizing the futures markets in oil and gas. He has highlighted and sanctioned 7 City of London laundering facilities for the Shamkhani network that put all the money into the IRGC, and he's mopping it all up, and he's doing it in lightning fast fashion.
It's called a squeeze play, which I love. Ed Cox.
General, one of the weapons that Iran has found that they have here is closing the straits and thereby forcing up the price of oil for the world. Is part of this military action going to be clearing the straits so that all boats except those that are coming out of Iranian ports can, in fact, go through the Straits of Hormuz?
I think you've got it exactly right. So we saw 20 ships go through today. I have that by a source. And that means that the United States is really taking control. So what probably happened is the Iranian regime saw 20 ships go through and said, we're not controlling anything. And this is the problem with that is they have to transmit to the Iranian people that they are very much still in charge. So these war threats that Ragachi is making towards us, he wishes he didn't have to make them because he knows, A, we're going to take those serious and we might start dropping bombs soon. But B, he's got to make them because he's facing a revolution coming out of the Iranian people with an IRGC that can't pay its own people anymore and an army that can't pay its own people anymore.
Now, I'm getting a text from Roger, my pilot, says, what is Israel been doing lately? I mean, it's still going on in Lebanon?
It is, and this is the unfortunate thing, and I think there's going to be a lot of really tough diplomacy between President Trump and Bibi Netanyahu. Yes, it's important to go mop up Hezbollah, but there's 22,000 Hezbollah fighters. There's 175,000 Israeli IDF forces on the border of Lebanon and Syria, and the amount of bombings, they're pretty tough. It's going to have to be countenanced upon. If we're going to try to get a deal between President Aoun and Prime Minister Netanyahu, removing all that infrastructure, some of it 3,000 years old, is probably going to make the diplomacy a very, very tough run. So we've seen lapses or misalignment out of Israel and America. We're going to have to get back to the table and discuss this.
Wow, very interesting.
Well, we look for updates. Maybe we'll talk again tomorrow or in the morning. And General Holt,
I'm
keep
always
going.
at your service.
I know we
Thank
love
you.
having you. Thank you, General. We'll see what happens tonight. Wow, that could be very big. Wow.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk again real soon.
Hey, thank you.